What's up everyone, I'm feeling Indigo, and today I'm going to talk about my first tattoo experience. What it felt like, what the pain was like, how it was setting up the appointment, how just I guess the whole process and my steps to getting a tattoo. A couple days before, I was working myself up, getting really nervous about getting tattooed because, you know, it's permanent and it's gonna be on there forever. So when I went to go set up the appointment, I was looking around at a lot of different shops, a lot of artists, and I posted a status on my Facebook and asked for any tattoo artist recommendations on who they like to go to, who they've had really good experiences. And there's this girl who commented, and she commented, a girl named Courtney, and Courtney works at Addictions and Ink here in Wichita. If you like the work that you guys see on my tattoo, go ahead and check her page. I'll put her Instagram down in the description so you guys can follow her. So when I walked into the tattoo shop, I go in there, there's this guy super tattooed up, a lot of piercings and stuff. He just asked me what I wanted, how big I wanted it and all that. And beforehand I already messaged Courtney on Facebook, so I knew she was gonna be the tattoo artist I wanted. But I think if you go into a tattoo shop with not an idea of who you want, they have books so you guys can flip through people's work. Personally, I had to make sure I'm going with the person that I wanted my tattoo to be done by. I asked specifically for Courtney and I explained my tattoo to him, and he just quoted me. I put my tattoo appointment 2 weeks after the day I walked into the shop. So I had 2 weeks to kind of mentally prepare myself to go in there and get tattooed. So whenever the day came, I had my tattoo appointment at 3, and it kind of sucked having my first tattoo at 3 because I was very excited about my tattoo. So I had to wait from the time I woke up all the way to 3 p.m. I went to go hang out with my mom that day. Around 2, my hands started sweating. I got really nervous. At 2:15, I went to Wendy's. I decided to get like one of their $1 burgers or whatever it is, just like a super cheap burger, and I got a cookie. Couldn't eat them because I was extremely nervous. I ate half of the sandwich and then I ate most of the cookie. I just couldn't because I was just so excited and nervous. I think I was more excited than I was scared about getting tattooed. I know I deal with pain pretty well, so that wasn't like something I was afraid of. After I left Wendy's, I went to Addictions and Ink. That is the tattoo shop I got my tattoo done in. I just walk in, I talked to one of the guys that works there, and he set me up with Courtney. Courtney was actually sitting on they have like these bar stools at that tattoo shop, and she was sitting like in the back corner, and she had my little drawing of what she made for my tattoo. I'm gonna show you guys the sketch that I sent her. So this is what I sent her that I wanted. I'm not a very good artist, as you guys can tell. So what my tattoo is, it's a stick figure struggling to hold up a feather. My drawing isn't very good. As you guys can tell, my stick figure has 5 or 6 arms, one coming out of his stomach. And then the eyes, which is really cool, is if you look at my tattoo, like she kept the eyes exactly the same, which is kind of crazy to me because these eyes were just kind of tossed in there. It wasn't something that, like, I didn't know what to do with the face, so I just made crosses really quick. And then as you see here in the drawing I sent her a dead branch instead of a feather because I can't draw feathers. So that's the idea I gave her. And then I walk in and she had my drawing all ready in her little iPad or tablet, whatever it is that she uses to draw. So after I show up and she showed me her drawing, and I said yes, that's exactly what I wanted. She went to go print it off in like just like a regular piece of paper, like aligned it where I would want it, and she kind of like gave me suggestions on how like the stick figure, how she thinks it looks good, and how she thinks that like the body would wrap, the tattoo would wrap around my arm a little better, and just stuff like that. Since she's been tattooing, she knows exactly how tattoos wrap around bodies and how it can flow better. So I mean, the positioning of my tattoo is exactly where I wanted it. We made it work out to where the stick figure is like standing straight, but the feather's kind of curving into my arm. So once we figured out where the placement of my tattoo is, she went to go print it off on the sticky paper, well, not really sticky paper, but on the paper on the carbon paper, I think that's what it might be called. Stencil paper, that's exactly what it is, the stencil paper. And so she went to go make the stencil in the back, and she said, I'll call you whenever I'm ready for you to come back here. So I sat there super excited. Whenever she calls me back there and I sit down, inside I'm freaking out. Outside I'm not showing any of it. Well, I know if I was to like freak out, she would probably start freaking out and everyone would start freaking out, and then my tattoo would look like if it was freaking out, and that's not what my tattoo is about. And then she like shaved my arm, which is one of the coolest parts about getting tattooed, is you get free shave. She started putting like this she said it was kind of like melted deodorant on my arm, and that makes the carbon paper, the part that is the actual like stencil, stick onto your arm. She does it like super carefully because that's like the outline of where she's gonna be tattooing, and she lined it up exactly how I wanted it. So once we got the stencil in, I kind of sat down, took a deep breaths, and just started talking to her, and I got kind of comfortable around her. Then she said, "Are you ready?" And I said yes. And she did one of the smaller lines first. Since it's my first tattoo, I didn't know what to expect. I was expecting some really hard pain, to the point where I kind of had to clench my fist. I thought it was going to be that kind of pain where I was like, alright, this is going to be sitting down for a while, it's going to suck, but I want to get through it. It was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be hard pain. I thought I was going to be very uncomfortable while being tattooed, and it's nothing like that. It was actually really easy. There is parts where while you're getting tattooed you feel it a little bit more than other parts. There was a certain part in my arm, like on my forearm, that I actually didn't feel at all. Like she was going and I felt nothing. And there was some parts that I like felt my bone inside of me vibrating. Like the part that I remember most vividly and probably hurt the most was like right there, and she made me feel super comfortable, super at home. Courtney, thank you very much. She's a great tattoo artist. So that's super important. I feel like if you're gonna go tattooed, like go in there super relaxed, don't be freaking out, it's gonna be okay. Whenever it was done, she just ran down the list of things to do and not to do, and she gave me tips, and some other guy walked up and he gave me tips, and that's kind of what it is. I mean, it's not anything super crazy. So I mean, it's actually a lot more chill than I personally thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more crazy. The shop was extremely relaxed. I really enjoyed being in that shop. My tattoo took about 2.5 hours. I don't mind sitting there. I didn't mind sitting there. I would do it again. I want to do it again. I want to get tattooed again. So let's go on and talk about my tattoo. My tattoo, it is a stick figure struggling to hold up a feather, and the reason I decided to go with that is because on the 11th is my 1-year anniversary of healthy living, I guess is what I want to call it. My gym anniversary is when I started going to the gym last year. Around this time I was 298 pounds, and I don't know how much I weigh. I haven't weighed myself since then. I just know I've lost a lot. I used to wear 2X, and then I went up to the 3X towards the end of my weight gain, I guess is what you want to call it. So I hit a 3X, and I'm down to a medium-sized shirt. When I wear button-ups, I think I wear like a large. Coats are large and shirts are medium, so it's kind of nice. If you guys go back to my older videos, you guys get to see on some of them how big I was. It's kind of crazy, and I'm very proud of myself. And so I decided to reward myself with a tattoo. That's the reason I got my tattoo, is because of all the struggles, everything I've had to do for my weight loss. You know, even if struggles are as light as a feather, sometimes they might bend you, but never break you. And I want all you guys to think like that. I want all you guys to motivate yourself. I know I always try to become this motivation coach on all my videos, but I truly believe you guys are all fantastic people, and I hope you all make it someday, like get successful and do whatever you guys want to do. That's the reason I got my tattoo, and I'm very excited and I'm in love with it, and I wouldn't change a single thing of it. I'm glad I got this done, and hopefully you all enjoy the video. I know it's been a while. I do have another video in the works. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to more of my videos, and thank you guys for watching. I'm feeling Indigo. I'll see you guys later.